To my knowledge, this is an original Hemi Orange 1971 Plymouth Duster. Started life out with a 318. It is now powered by a great running 340 4-barrel, backed up by a 4-speed manual transmission. It comes equipped with headers and an MSD box. On its last restoration, which I'd guess is probably 10 to 20 years ago, it was all properly re-jammed again in its Hemi Orange. How I'd classify this car is an awesome turnkey driver condition car. Right here at 3-4 foot away, the paint has a beautiful shine, laser straight body up and down the sides. It's just when you get right on top of it, you can see that there's some paint cracks and some stuff like that, which I'll point out. But all in all, just a really nice, super straight car. Gotta find my hood pins here. Gap's nice here on the driver's side. It's a little tighter than the front than in the back, but there's plenty of room for the hood to close there. While we're putting this hood pin in, you can see here someone, when they put the pin in, got a little close and chipped the paint there. Actually, this gap's just a little wider here on the hood, so it could be moved over a little bit. Perfectly evened out. Front bumper's in real good shape. It's the original front bumper. You know, could you stand to be re-chromed, but for a driver it looks fine. It's got a little bit of surface rust here. You can see where it's got just a little bit of surface rust at the bottom, but it's got the bumperettes. As far as the grill goes, that's original as well. It'll pass for a driver, but for a show quality car, you'd want to replace the grill or definitely clean it up. Does have the dual snorkel hood scoops. Besides that little chip, another little chip right here. The rest of the paint on the hood looks great. Factory V8 emblem there. It's got brand new BFG race white letter tires all the way around. They're in great shape. The trim rings are excellent as well, and the rally wheels have all been painted nicely. As we look here at our lower fender, there's no blisters or dings or dents or body filler. It's just a super straight, solid, original Duster. Rocker panel is good. You can see here, straight down to bare metal. There's not a ton of paint on this car. I mean, a ton of other layers I want to put. You can kind of see here, it's got a scratch and it goes down kind of the metal there. So there's a scratch in the rocker panel. You got a scratch in the paint there. 3 little chips right there. Really nice door gap in the back. You can also see that something kind of went against it. It's got a couple little touch-ups right there. And it's got a small burn through in the paint from buffing, over buffing, right there. As we look across the roof, there's absolutely no hail damage. No cracks, nothing like that across the roof. That looks excellent. We come down here in this passenger side rear sail panel, which a lot of times from the factory will start cracking, and that's not doing that here. It's excellent except for those couple little scratches. Down in this lower rear quarter, we do have some blistering going on. It's all solid metal if you look at the underneath pictures. It's just where the paint is chipped and stuff like that. We do have some surface rust starting and some little tiny little blisters. I would strip it down to bare metal just on that lower part there, and I think you'll be just fine. As you look up and down the sides, the body is super straight on it. The dark color shows everything. The door fits excellent alongside with the fender and the quarter. This side lines up really nicely. Dual exhaust comes out nice, sounds good. Back bumper's about the same as the front bumper. I mean, At 10 foot away it looks fine, but you get up close, it's got some spots here where it's got some surface rust and some oxidation. To be if you make the rest of the car a show car, you're going to want to definitely re-chrome the bumpers. Tail light area looks real nice. As we look here, kind of check how that trunk lid fits against that quarter. Really fits nicely. Same thing here on the passenger side as well. Now, in the earlier video and the earlier pictures, when I first got it in, it really needed door panels, so I ordered a brand new set of door panels. They're about 300 bucks for the pair. We installed them, really took care of that problem, made the whole interior look really nice. As we look at our corner of the door, that's excellent shape, no body filler there at all. Rubbers are nice and pliable. Window cranks and armrests are good. Door jamb pane is not quite as good as the exterior, just a little duller maybe, but not bad at all. Driver's seat, passenger seat are both in excellent condition. The padding is real nice on them. The plastic that goes around here with the push button still is not as nice. It's not broken up at all. Seat backs are in great shape. It does have the seat belts in the back, and the back seat is perfect, just like the front seats. No rips or tears anywhere that I can see. Back shelf is nice. Does have a new headliner. Does have a few wrinkles in the headliner, but it is new. As we look over at the dash pad is in great shape. It's not cracked at all. But if you look way over here on the driver's side, you can kind of tell where someone had a tachometer. They didn't put a hole through it, but kind of clamped down on it there. So there's an indentation a little bit on that dash pad. It's got its original AM radio, and the dash itself was all repainted during restoration. It's got that nice Hurst shifter. Looks to me like a factory 4-speed as well. It's got the hump in there. Overall appearance of the outside and inside, it's just a great looking car. Great shine, nice looking interior. Door shuts good. The driver's side door over here, I need to, you can kind of tell, I need to adjust this latch. I should have did it before and I didn't. That latch just does not close very well to where that door lines up with that quarter like it should. The door lines up great with the front fender, but I need to adjust that striker. We're going to do that when we get back to the shop here. Also, we do have nice solid metal here, but we do have 3 little blisters. 1, 2, 3 here. Nothing behind the wheel besides that. Got a couple scratches here in that paint stripe, which you can see the orange underneath of it. In this drip rail molding, a lot of times this is kind of just supposed to be a silicone that gets painted over. Well, the paint job's older in here, and that silicone happened to crack. So I mean, the paint cracked just along this drip rail molding here, along that edge. Other than that, the paint on the rear quarter panel is in excellent shape. It's got 3 or 4 little tiny little blisters right here too, right in front of that rear wheel. Bottom corner of the door, rocker panel, and the lower fender are perfect. It is missing that side marker light way up in the front fender area. It's got its factory VIN number and sticker there. Corner of the door is perfect. It's missing the little thing on the door lock. Door panel's new. Driver's side seat's in excellent shape as well. It does have, if we look right here, it's got one little imperfection right along that cord on the inside of that cord. Other than that, I don't see nothing wrong with that. Gas gauge does work. We put a new temp sender in it. That's working properly. It's got an aftermarket temperature gauge that's working. Radio clicks like it wants to work, but it's not working. And then the heater fan will work. We've hooked it up direct, but it needs a new resistor, so we're going to see if we can get that working. Wipers work on it. So the heater fan needs a resistor. Other than that, the rest of our gauges seem to work. Speedometer works, but bounces around just a little bit. We have done a few new pieces, a couple new outer tie rod ends and stuff on the front end, and we had it aligned, and it drives way better than it did before, but there's still a little play in the gearbox. I mean, it's a 40-year-old car. Really, it's just basically, I think it goes down the road fine. It's just when you hammer on it, you know, you can kind of feel it drift a little bit. Motor runs great, transmission shifts good. We did do a bunch of brake work to it also. Brake stop good. Another thing we did is we put new 355 posi gears in it. Had a little lower gears when we got the car in, so we put the posis in it, which really made a nice driver out of it.